The Ukrainian Navy has shocked the world by launching a lightning-fast strike that destroyed a Russian airbase in just 7 minutes. This dramatic assault not only crippled vital Russian infrastructure, but also sent a powerful message about Ukraine's growing capability to take the fight deep into enemy territory. In a conflict already marked by drones, missiles, and naval warfare in the Black Sea, this strike stands out as one of the most decisive and symbolic operations of the war. Today, we will break it all down, from the scale of destruction to the tactics behind it, and what this means for the balance of power moving forward. Hello everyone, welcome back to the World Conflict Monitor channel. Please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our deep dive explanations into the most pressing geopolitical events shaping our world. From the outside, the operation looked like a clean, precise, almost surgical maneuver. The Ukrainian Navy, long underestimated after the loss of much of its fleet to Russia in 2014, has reinvented itself as a lean, modern, and innovative force. Instead of massive warships, they are now relying on fast unmanned drones, cruise missiles, and clever tactics. The exterior view of this strike reveals exactly that: speed, precision, and devastating impact. The airbase targeted was not just a random location. It housed Russian aircraft, supplies, and served as a launch point for operations against Ukrainian cities. By taking it out in under 7 minutes, Ukraine effectively erased an entire piece of Russia's offensive capability in one bold move. Inside the story, the picture is even clearer. The Ukrainian command coordinated naval drones, missile systems, and real-time intelligence to pull off the strike. The interior of the operation was not about brute force, but about synchronization and innovation. It demonstrated how Ukraine has shifted from defensive survival to offensive strikes designed to disrupt Russia's war machine. For Russia, the attack exposed a weak interior, poor defenses, vulnerable bases, and overconfidence in their control of occupied areas. This interior breakdown tells us that Ukraine is no longer just reacting. It is actively dictating parts of the battlefield narrative. The performance of this operation is where the story becomes most impressive. Imagine a high-performance engine firing on all cylinders. Ukraine executed the attack with flawless timing, maximizing the destructive potential of each strike. The Russian airbase was turned into flames within minutes, leaving no time for effective countermeasures. Performance, in military terms, is about efficiency, speed, and impact, and this strike ticked all 3 boxes. The Ukrainian Navy showed that it can deliver results that change the strategic map of the war in less than the time it takes for a fighter jet to complete a single sortie. Safety features, though a strange term for warfare, can be seen in the precision of the operation. Ukraine minimized risks to civilians, targeted strictly military assets, and executed the strike in a way that reduced collateral damage. Unlike Russia's bombardment of civilian areas, Ukraine's safety features highlight its focus on legality, proportionality, and strategic effectiveness rather than blind destruction. These elements matter greatly in maintaining international support, as Ukraine continues to frame itself as a defender of global security norms. What makes this strike uniquely powerful, its unique selling point, is that it turned the tables on Russia in a space where Moscow thought it was untouchable. For years, Russia projected dominance through its airbases, using them to launch deadly strikes into Ukraine. But Ukraine proved that even the heart of Russian military infrastructure is vulnerable. The unique selling point here is not just about destruction, but about psychological impact. For the Russian military, the loss of an airbase undermines confidence. For Russian citizens, it signals that the war can bring losses closer to home, and for Ukraine's allies, it reinforces the message that their military aid is not wasted, but being put to strategic and effective use. If we were to talk about price, the calculation is staggering. On one side, Russia has invested billions into its airbases, jets, and weapons stockpiles. The destruction of just one base represents losses worth hundreds of millions in hardware, infrastructure, and logistical support. On the other side, Ukraine likely invested only a fraction of that amount deploying drones and missiles that are significantly cheaper than the equipment they destroyed. This imbalance makes the strike not only a military victory, but also an economic one. The price Russia paid in just 7 minutes is far greater than what Ukraine spent to achieve the operation. In terms of cost-benefit analysis, Ukraine achieved a maximum return on minimum input. The conclusion we draw from this is clear. Ukraine's navy has transformed itself into a cutting-edge force capable of redefining modern warfare. The strike on the Russian airbase was not just an isolated event. It was a demonstration of capability, strategy, and future direction. Russia now faces a dilemma. Its bases, once thought safe, are vulnerable. Its pilots, once confident, now fly under the shadow of sudden strikes, and its leadership, once dismissive of Ukraine's capacity to retaliate, must now face a harsh new reality. For Ukraine, this is a moment of strength. It proves that even against a larger, wealthier, and heavily armed opponent, innovation and determination can shift the balance. The war is far from over, but operations like these show us that Ukraine is not just surviving, it is winning key battles that shape the long-term outcome. This was the full breakdown of how the Ukrainian Navy destroyed a Russian airbase in just 7 minutes. It is a story of resilience, strategy, and modern warfare in action. Thank you for watching, and if you want to stay updated on more shocking and important developments like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the World Conflict Monitor channel.